mittens, bright copper kettles, and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of mine, and then I don't feel those girls in white dresses with white dress. Girls in white dresses with roses. Girls in white dresses with white dress. Girls in white dresses with roses. Girls in white dresses with girls in white dresses. Yeah, roses. Girls in white dresses with.
Hello, hello. So, let me know how the microphone sounds. This is a little better mic. It's only a temporary solution, just my DSLR mic, so you guys can see me. I'm here. Still only one camera because OBS hates two, and kind of story of my life right now. Thank you for being here. I'm glad. 30 seconds late. Oh, 30 seconds, let's go. I see. Okay. I was going to say. I mean, I guess I am a little bit late, but there's always technical difficulties, as you guys know. So, if you couldn't tell by the title, we are continuing the Spectre build here. I got the legs in from Daniel. Here, let me put on my handy-dandy gloves before we start touching everything. So, get our gloves on here. But I got the legs in from Daniel, because if you guys forgot, which I wouldn't blame you, it's been like a couple months since I've worked on this. He sent the wrong legs originally with the case. He sent two of the same legs, and the legs are supposed to be different. Long story short. So, we got those in just before I left for Florida like 2 weeks ago. But then, like I said, of course, I went to Florida. So, that kind of put things behind schedule again. But, we're back to it. He also sent me the vertical bracket, so I can vertically mount my GPU, because I believe Optimus is still sending me a sick 2080 Ti block for the 2080 Ti I bought. So we'll be doing that at some point here. I should have like a video on how to install a Optimus block on a 2080 Ti whenever that all comes together. So I have the 2080 Ti, but it's no block yet. But we were on the step, obviously, where we have to put on the legs. Well, I guess technically we skipped it because we put on the two panels here, but which kind of will make it a little bit more difficult to assemble this part, but we should be able to do it here, as long as I remember which leg goes where. We've got our M6 by 50s and M6 by 40s, which we use in this step to attach legs, and they also have this bracket here that we're going to use. So this is going to go like right here, I guess. That's what the picture shows, at least. Let me know if you guys can see all right. See if I can get you a little bit closer to the action. I think I'm going to have to tip this case up, though, to get these legs on. That's why having these on is a little bit more difficult. So if you guys are assembling one of these at home, don't put on the panels first. We did that because we had nothing else we could do. That's the only reason. So I believe this one right here is the one for the back. Yeah, it says 2 spots for the screws. Okay. And it just shows you put the bolts straight on through. And in the back here we have this little bracket. So maybe I can stand it up slightly like this. Get one leg on. Hopefully not scratch the paint. If this is your first time tuning into this build, this is a Spectre 2.0. You can see in the description there if you want to pick one up yourself. But this one is custom painted Nissan Daytona Blue. I need the... Oh, okay. So the 40s go up here. And the 50s go down below. Just two of them. I hope that's okay. You guys still see this? You guys can kind of look from the back as I do it. Same story though. It's a pretty see-through case. If you guys don't know what the Singularity Spectre is, I definitely recommend you check out the link in the description. Check it out on our website. That's where you can get one yourself. These are the 40s, right? No, these are the 50s. Dang it. I don't need these yet. Those are for the bottom part. It's a pretty cool case made by Singularity Computers. They make them, I think they do it all in-house now. For a little while they were getting some like the distro made elsewhere. However, the rest of it now is all done in-house, as far as I know. They do a pretty good job, as far as I can tell so far. Haven't obviously finished putting the case together yet. I can get my handy dandy Allen wrenches out. But we do have a pretty cool build planned for this. It will be my personal build, and it, like I said, will have a 28 Ti, which I kind of finally ponied up and got just for this. Since this is my personal build, I get to fund this all myself, which is just dandy. But we will also have a 9700K in it. I almost want to upgrade to a 9900K, but I really don't even need it, so I don't know. I probably won't. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So right now, we're just putting the 40mm M5 screws into the post, slowly threading it. I hope this is correct. I'm just as in the dark about this assembly as you guys are. Some people said the instructions were hard, some said they're not too bad. I found the PSU shroud. If you guys watched the last video, that's what we mainly did, was assemble the PSU shroud. That was slightly confusing, however, just take your time with it. It's not too bad. So now, if you guys can tell, let's see if I can get it up a little bit more. On the bottom part of this leg, we attach this bracket. That's where we need these 50mm M5 screws. So you're going to go like that. Put this one in, just like that. Have our handy dandy Allen wrench. And one thing to note that the instructions do say, that I remember from last time, is the first time you're kind of screwing everything together, do it a little bit loose, because once you get it all together and you stand it up and everything kind of settles into place, and then you want to tighten everything up. So that's just what it says in the instructions at the very beginning. As far as the distro goes, you don't have to like disassemble it or anything. This all comes as one piece. Then the metal panels, the aluminum panels, all assemble onto it. So you guys don't have to worry about that. There's a little sticker on here that says it's pressure tested / leak tested before it leaves. So as long as you don't disassemble it, it supposedly will not leak, which is the plan. I wouldn't assume it would. So sorry I'm missing a little bit of chat here. One thing I was looking for gummies earlier. Yeah. We've been out of gummies for a little bit, but supposedly we're getting more in soon. That's what I heard, I think. So if you guys order soon, again, we should have more. Sorry about that. I didn't even get any gummies when I visited, so we're all hosed, guys. Okay, so I'm just getting these just slightly snug. These are the legs, so they kind of hold up the whole thing. So I'm assuming they can be a little bit snug, but not too tight. So we got that one on. Suppose we can put on the other one this way too. I'll point you guys down a little bit. We're putting on the other leg. Should be the same story as that leg. I wonder if this one is. Oh, dude, that's hilarious. Well, I hope this works. I think he sent me two of the back legs. Like the first time, that was the problem, was he sent me two of the front legs. Now this time it looks like he sent me two of the back legs. But maybe that's just how he does it now, because like this bottom thread, or this bottom hole, it's only meant for that little PSU shroud part. Maybe he leaves it on this one too now. I don't know. I'll use it because like the new leg is jointed, so like it comes to get. He sent it to me assembled. Maybe he doesn't send it assembled now, but as you can see, like it's two pieces. The first leg was just all one piece. the other ones. I got them in the bin since they're perfectly usable. They're just, they don't, the other one didn't have this other hole, which made it kind of impossible to use. So I didn't. So now we need to use the rest of the 40s. Some 5x40. We'll get those threaded through here. Yeah, we're just going to continue on with this other back leg. I think that's how it's supposed to go, to be honest. I bet he's just making them be the same leg now, is my guess, since it probably doesn't matter. You'll never notice that it has an extra hole. Oh, this is kind of deceiving. Okay. Let me know if I got to turn myself up or anything, guys. I'll try to check chat here in a sec. Okay, so we got two of them finger tights. This is the last of the M5x40. Hopefully we don't need any more. Push them all out. Oops, I guess that bottom leg is still loose. So has anybody in chat done a Spectre build yet? I know there's definitely been some people that have picked them up. So I know they're out there. You guys can check out my full build log on builds.gg. I put the link in the description. Support our buddies over at KidMod. Check out their website. If you're not on it, join it. It's a pretty cool website. It is really cool for build blogs like this, especially. I have been trying to keep up with it. And make posts about it, and I did 2 weeks ago when I got the parts, so either tonight or tomorrow I'll have to update with another post to show how far we got tonight. But there we go. We should have the legs on now, which is a big improvement, because it means the case can support itself. Woo-wee! It does. Look at that, folks. I don't know how good this angle is, so as I can take you around like this. I could put you guys on my chair. You guys want a view from here right now? Let me get around the camera first. Sorry if you guys get motion sickness. You guys just got totally screwed over if you do, because I moved you all over the place. But there we go. Move you up a little bit closer. So, the legs are supporting the case. It's all dusty. So annoying. So yeah, some of these are kind of loose. Yeah, some of these are tight, some are loose. He said that's like usual though. You can go through and just tighten them up a little bit. They're supposed to be torqued pretty specifically though. Alrighty folks, so now I think we can put on the PSU shroud, because we did this. Step 2, next step we would technically do these panels next. The front plate to manifold and the top plate to manifold. So that's where we should be, but we already did it. So then we would assemble the PSU shroud, which we struggled through last video, or last stream. And now we put PSU bracket assembly to manifold with screws 4A, yeah, just 4A, M6 by 20. M6 by 20, here we go, right here. He's got all the bags labeled really nicely, so it's not too bad. Like I said, I don't know. Some people said they struggled. Really, the only confusing part that I could find was the PSU shroud. It is a little bit confusing, but see, now that we've got it all assembled, it looks pretty easy. I think you put 2 back here. Yep. So I gotta be careful here. This paint is kind of delicate. It's a custom paint job, so it'll be the only Spectre like it. I'm gonna move in front of the camera here to check chat really quick. Sorry. Good choice though, Byron. Very nice. Thanks, man. What coolant color are you going with? Oh, you ended up getting an SMA. Dude, honestly, I wanted a case labs for so long, and by the time I could finally look at getting one, they were out of business. So good job on you. You got one. I know they're still out there. You can find them used and stuff. But I got this sent to me by Daniel, so I was like, I can't have a case labs case. I might as well have something decent. But what color coolant? Jason asked. Probably blue, maybe, I don't know, or white. Those are really my only options as far as I can tell. If you guys, like I said, didn't tune into the first build or didn't read the thing on, oh, do you not put one in the back? or do you have to take that cover off? That's lame. You must have to take the back cover off, because I cannot reach that screw. What about the bottom one? Does it have a cover? No. Okay, well, put the two in the back. But this build is supposed to be like a commemorative build for Bulma, my blue 350Z. If you guys didn't know, I used to have a 350Z. The car is no more, but this build shall make it live on, kind of. So it's the same color as my 350Z, if you can guess. That's kind of hanging there. But we got to turn this bad boy around, see if we can't get this panel off. So I think it's just the panel that covers the cables, your cable management, but it's covering the holes right now. Yeah, we have to get to them. So let's check this thing out. Yeah, we got little screws in the corners, so we'll take care of those real quick. I wish I could have like old people chat enabled on YouTube, so I could see it from here. Wrong size. I suppose I'll leave this panel off. I got my order all set up on Cable Mod. I waited so long that now they're in their shutdown for the beginning of the year. They do it every year about this time. They shut down for a little bit and like update and do maintenance and all that good stuff. So it's gonna be 4 to 6 weeks till I get my cables. That's all right. Like I said, we're still waiting on the GPU block. I ordered a new set of RAM because Jason, I put in a new, well, not a new set, but my previous set of RAM, the test bench. You guys check it out. Only one DIMM is working with the LEDs right now, but all 4 are being recognized. So I don't know what's up with that, but they all work, and the PC hasn't crashed. Because after I re-imaged it, all it would do would be is just blue screen after like 10 minutes. It was really frustrating. So I figured out that I think my RAM was going bad. So I put that other set in there, and I ordered myself a new set for this next build. Got some Trident Z. I figured it was kind of fitting for a 350Z build to have Z RAM, so that's why I got the Trident Z RGB stuff. Let me turn you back here. We almost got this panel off. Hope you guys can see all right. But now that it's been stable, Jason, I'm going to try your CPU again in the next couple days. The 6950X, we'll see if it works. Because now it looks like everything is running on the system at least, and running stable. So hopefully I don't lose those screws. So there we go, look at that. Wow, that's actually pretty thick. That's like 10 mil acrylic. At least 8 mil. Oh, it's got the logo on it. Etched. Pretty. Okay, we keep this in a safe place. AKA right over here on the bench. We're going to move these off to the side so we don't lose those. But I might still. So now we got that off. Now, I'll find my other Allen wrench. Here we go. And use these screws to go into the PSU shroud right back here. So these are the other M5 by 20s. Look, I could put them in. M5 by 20s that need to go into the PSU shroud. There's 4 total. So like I said, if you guys are following along at home, you should be able to, this video should help you a little bit. Sorry if I'm missing chat, I'll check here in a second again. Is this going in? Come on, bud. So this is a pretty sick PSU shroud if you ask me. Oh. When are we supposed to put the PSU in before, well, I mean, I guess I can always take off the top panel, but there's no way to put the PSU in the back. Like most cases, you put it into a side / back, whatever you want to call it. Or sometimes they have the, oh, maybe does it have another bracket? I don't know. It doesn't look like it would. That hole doesn't look big enough. Some also have just the bracket. That's my favorite way to do it. I guess I'm kind of sad that this doesn't have a bracket. You would think it would, But maybe we just take off the top. We can drop the PSU in from the top of the PSU shroud. And I guess that works too. Okay, so that's decently tight. I got them like just finger tight, but I think that's kind of how you want to do this, especially with the paint. I forget how the black paint is. If anybody has one out there, you can let me know if the black ones have gloss paint, like a glossy metallic black, or if it's just like flat black. The insides, my pieces, or one side on them is actually just flat blue, but the outside is metallic blue, Nissan Daytona blue. So what did Jason say? This is a long one, bud. Trying Z-Ram is fine, I guess. Oh, you've had a few issues with G-Skill? Oh well, I don't know. The Corsair stuff it's fine too. I guess I just don't care. The G-Skill was a little bit cheaper. I think it was a little faster too, so meh. Okay, PSU shroud is on. That's step 4, boys and girls. Now we're on to step 5. Level 1 stainless steel posts, so we're only at level 1. We need M6 by 50s. These are the M4 by 20s. These are my 50s. 2 of them. So we got 2 of those. You guys can see alright. 63mm level 1 stainless steel posts. These are level 3. These are level 1. 63mm. So it has a label on the bag. Nice. And then 180mm stainless steel posts. I bet that's these bad boys. So we got these big boys to put on, and then some M6 by 40s. Do we have any more though? I thought I said we were all out. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. How long are these? I could take my caliper to check. Oh, it's in inches. That doesn't help me. Okay. How long is this bad boy? Uh-oh. That's a 50, like I thought it was. What shall we do? 5B. They're supposed to go up here, which would make sense. It is quite a thick sport. So these are the 50s. They're supposed to go on these posts. They go all the way through, so it goes all the way through the back metal back there into this post. Oh, both ends are threaded. Wow, that's really long. Like, this is gonna take a little while long. You guys can see what I'm doing here, putting in this top corner post. This is for your piece of acrylic that you'd put on the front. Kind of like the Core P5 chassis. So I just got that one finger tight. We'll do this one now too. See if I can reach around this way. Ugh. So after we get these on, oh, wait, well we have, see it said some of those are 40, but we have 2 extra 50s left over. Do we need the 50s elsewhere? No. So did I use 40s where I was supposed to use 50s? Ruh-roh. Well, let's see if these work. I guess if they don't, we're going to have to start taking some stuff apart. I think these are threaded all the way through. Let's find out. So these are the level 1 posts. Uh-oh. Oh, well, it's still going. Still going. Threads are a little bit coming. Well, not come. There's just gunk. There's crumbs in the threads. That's what I mean. It's becoming annoying. Oh, maybe I'll use the Allen wrench with it. So how's everyone's nights go? You guys enjoying your evening? Anybody else doing some water cooling fun or modding? Okay, so, oh, does the 50 just bottom out? Oh, no. We're so close. It's so close. Oh, actually, that's just there. We'll find out, folks. Otherwise, I guess I'll be picking up some more screws. What's up? Hardware. If you prep correctly, the pastel. Oh yes, I agree. Most pastels. I've actually been, so another thing about the test bench behind the Spectre here is we usually test coolants in it. I was testing some Primo Chill stuff for a while, got rid of that. Might have to replace that clear tubing, the soft stuff. But I got some, well, I guess I don't know what I'll put in the CPU loop. But now that's all back together and running stable. I'm going to be testing some CPU blocks. So I know you guys have wanted to see the Optimus blocks get compared, and I'm going to rerun some tests on old blocks just to make sure, you know, it's been a year, so things might have changed with the system. So we're going to make sure that everything is still comparable. We'll run all the tests again, compare the blocks, including the new Spectre Optimus blocks with old blocks, and I'll get you guys that as a video and a blog post, I'm sure, as well. So look at that, boys and girls. We got 4 posts on. Gonna get some more posts. Oh, and the other PCIe bracket pieces. Fun. So M6 by 20, that's right here. Got a bunch of those right here. So we're good there. M6 by 25 grub screw. It's a grub screw. What the heck? Oh, this is a grub screw? So M6 by 25 grub screw plus 54mm posts. So that's all of those. We need some M6 by 8s. Where are those? What's in here? This is plus plus. M6 by 8? Really? Those are really short and fat screws. 6E. Oh, I think they're already in here. I think he means M4 by 8. That would make sense. M6 by 8 is a little fat shorty. So we're going to go ahead here and we put, so yeah, these arrows are a little bit tough sometimes. We got M6 by 20s there, 6B, which is the grub screw, which is this, I believe, and then 54mm posts. So we have 3 of these. What is that hole for? Oh, I see. So yeah, there is screws in here. What does it bolt to, though? Interesting. Oh. So the 60mm level 3 stainless post on the very outside of it. This is intriguing. So we need these 2 pieces. Sorry if I take a second here, folks. The diagram is a little bit tough in this one, I guess you would say. So this is the outside piece. This is the inside piece. You put, okay, 6A, 6B, and 6C. All in between. It doesn't show it to all the posts though, which is what's intriguing. So this goes like that. Where does that actually like thread into? Was this supposed to go into there? Is that why I didn't have the right length screws left over? No. It shows 1As all going there and 6x40s like I did. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So I guess I would assume that these guys just kind of thread into here. This would be my guess. So we take these with the threaded ends. The threaded end on each one. Put that like that. Put this like this. Because these two will thread right into those posts. And then these two posts, right? 60. No, these two posts will go on the outside. Oh, so then these two, what, do they just sit here like this? They must. Well, that's interesting. Oh, I think they sit here like this. This part isn't. Oh, that would make sense because the IO's there. Okay, folks. So I think it's starting to make sense. So that guy goes there. Can you guys see this all right? Ooh, something's in red in chat. So, yeah, M6x20s. So then I'll put. I'm going to take this off for a sec. We're going to put the M6x20s on this guy. Oh, wait. We put the 60mm posts in there. Don't we? No, we put those up there. I'm correct with the 54mm. Oh, maybe he just calls it a grub screw because this is the screw. Oh, and then it actually does have an Allen key inside the screw. So it's kind of like a set screw almost, if you will, but I suppose it's a little big. It's called a grub screw. I don't know. Maybe it's the same thing. Somebody more of a machinist could probably tell me. So, get all these posts in, and this is for your GPUs and whatnot. This is kind of, like I said, it forms the rear I/O and your PCIe bracket. So, get those finger tight. Now, you put on this outside piece. Yay! Isn't it supposed to go and thread into there? So yeah, it does. Okay, that should all work. I think this is gonna work. Because then these two posts go on the top. The 60mm level 3. Yeah, that makes sense. So 1, 2, and 3 is in the levels. Just thread those on nicely. Now these are your posts for the glass as well. It's not glass technically. I'm misspeaking. It's acrylic. But your side panel. Put some M6x20s in here. Oh, and this must be the little stubby screw that they want me to find. I'm actually going to leave these two bottom ones loose until I find that little stubber. I actually might have a screw like that. What does it say? It says M6x8, but I'm pretty positive they mean M4x8. And I do have those kinds of screws. Or it might be black. I hope I have a silver one. Stainless, whatever it is. Let me see here. M4x8. Stainless, stainless, stainless? Nope. Well, we'll have to get a stainless one. We'll substitute in the black one for now. Get out this Allen key. So the M4x8. Yeah, I'm pretty positive this is M4. There's a little typo in the instructions is all. So the M4x8 goes down here on the bottom. Like I said, it's supposed to be silver. Right now all I have is black, because unless it's in here. No, it's not in there. Or, oh, maybe it's one of these guys. I hope this isn't for something else. I wonder, this might be actually for, yeah, this is for the PSU, or the vertical GPU bracket. So we're going to leave this black one in here for now. It's just barely in there. We'll come back to that. I'll swap it out. Watch, it'll be the last thing I do. It'll be sitting on my desk and then I'll finally go get it. Hopefully not. There we go, boys and girls. Technically, the case is assembled besides the side panel, which I do have stored somewhere safely. At least I think so. But if you have the, yeah, it says attach the side panel to the case. Use the other M6x20 screws. You have 4 of them, so I'm sure 2 go there, 2 go on the front. So those are those screws. Oh, and then 6x14 one piece. Oh, must be right here. Yeah, there's a little stubby. I didn't even tighten it all the way. So there's a little stubby one off there. So I must have an M6x14 somewhere. Hopefully, I'll have to buy one of those. But then step 8 is vertical GPU add-on. So obviously you wouldn't want the glass on. We did that. But with that, it just says 8A. Oh boy. So we're on our own on this one, folks. So as far as I can tell, I lined this up before. It just lines up in these 2 screw holes right here. There's like a ton of holes in the top here. I'm not quite sure what they are. It doesn't ever say. I'm sure Daniel could tell me, but he's not here right now. So yeah, this is kind of annoying to do. I suppose, see, like I said, you want this top panel, so we'll take this top panel off, because we'll need to do that to get the PSU in there anyways, which I suppose we could do. I'll be plugging in the cable at a later date anyways. So we're going to take the top piece off, the PSU shroud, so we can attach the vertical GPU bracket. So it is like a purchasable add-on. If you buy it directly from Singularities, I think it's like a drop-down thing from us. You have to buy it separately. It's another product. And it comes in either black or white, because the case comes in either black or white. We painted mine blue, obviously. So I'm lucky. I'm a lucky boy. But here we go. We got the plate. And we're going to put this guy on just like this. I'm going to flip it over while not scratching the top. We're going to get these little screws out. So I bet that's where these little like M4x8s that look like they'd work elsewhere go. So that should be right here. Where'd the holes go? It is the outside ones. So let me make sure these are it. They want to break the paint, because the paint's in the holes. But yeah, this is the right screw. So like M4x8 is what I believe that is. I'm going to move this bad boy back. Kind of an awkward case to move around. This is a slightly awkward case in general. So where did I put my screw? Okay, the bolt's right here. No, that's not it. There it is. So I got my 2 screws. And it, like I said, the paint's in the hole. Huh, I'll just thread the paint a little bit, I guess. That'll work. That'll work. If only I had another helper. This is a really nice extension from what I can tell. It doesn't say what brand it is on it, or does it? AWM German. German patent 20 something something. What is that? I can't tell what brand that is. I'm not sure, folks. But it does look quality. It's got nice shielding. It's a flexible one. I think it's about 30 millimeters, or 30 centimeters, I mean 30 millimeters. Looks like a 30 centimeter extension. Should work for pretty much anybody. So we got one screw in there. Now if I can find my other one, and then get it started. Oh. So I suppose we could actually put my motherboard in here tonight. I think. What time is it getting to be? Oh wow, we've been doing this for a little while. Like I said, I appreciate everyone who's stopped in tonight. Looks like we got a good crowd. Sorry for not talking directly back to chat all the time, but I'll check here in just a moment once we get this. Oh yeah, that's right, I was going to get the PSU. But see, there you go. That's how that goes. Pretty simple design there. Oh, then there's this little bracket with it too that came with it. I'm wondering. Oh, okay, so yeah, this goes off the bottom PCIe slots, if you would want to call them that. I mean, that's technically what they are. That way, yeah. So this just screws into here, and then you can put your card right there. Oh, they might go up. I'll get the card out and we'll check it after this. But this goes on here. That way you have a little spot to screw in your GPU. Cool. We got it all figured out now, folks. On the reel, it looks sweet. Thanks, man. Do it. Put the Mobo in. All good in the PC hood. Such a nice case. Yeah, thanks, Byron. I mean, I'm going to be jealous of your Case Labs build. If you already got it done, be sure to share it. If not, I wish you good luck and hope you have fun with the build. Made it to the live stream. Thanks, Caleb. Appreciate it, man. Let's see what else we got. Yes, put it in. Oh boy. Okay, folks. We'll start with the PSU. Just gonna dust it off. So a lot of this hardware is being reused from my old system. It's not even that old, to be honest. All this hardware is like within the last year or two. We got an 850 watt from Thermaltake. They gave it to me, and it's actually survived a lot. I hope it still works. As far as I know, it still does. But when I got it back from either PAX or not PAX, PDX or DreamHack or something, but like this is bent. Like somebody muxed it up along the way in shipping. But I believe it still works. So we'll set this gentleman right in here, and we shall see. Oh boy. Does it go? Oh, it goes the other way. Dirt to dirt. Fan down. It does have slots in the bottom, so it's safe. It's safe, folks. So there we go. We got that. So I wonder what screws used for that. Are these? Maybe it's in this. I'm betting it's in this bag labeled ++. I thought maybe this was for like the add-on kits, but that wouldn't make sense. That the add-on kits should come with their own screws. So this, oh okay, yeah, this makes sense. So we got all the PCIe screws, motherboard screws, a bunch of other stuff. Looks like spare screws for the distro even maybe. Yeah, because it's got the little nut things on there. So I bet these are the PSU screws. So we shall get these going. Like I said, well, the cover is not that bad. Like you should always leave most of these finger tight, I believe. We'll go through and we'll tighten up the rest of these, but honestly, I mean, that's a little bit loose. Front one's pretty solid. The legs don't really wobble. It's more the bubble wrap. And the PSU shroud is pretty solid. And I believe I just basically finger tightened everything, or close to it. So, what, these must be little M3 screws, or 632. I guess I can't tell. But these will secure the PSU in there nicely. And Let me see. I don't believe in the instructions it has it. Maybe it does. Yeah, it does. So the cable lengths. So that's why it took me so long to do it, was because I was just, when you get this, I mean, I believe this information is available on the product page, but if you're getting this, with the cable routing things, you do have to get somewhat specific length cables. So we've got that list there. Like I said, I think that if you guys are looking to like order everything at once, it all tries to come at about the same time. If you can't find it online, either email Singularity or email me. I have the numbers too. So you guys, because if you want to order cables, unless you're building them all yourself, you are, props to you. You're a bigger man than me. I just seriously don't have time to do that kind of thing. Oh, this screw's not going in. Leave him for last then. Put this bottom corner one in. I guess I don't understand quite why he didn't use like the fan or the PSU bracket style mounting for it, just because like he's got this aluminum bracket here that's part of the PSU shroud, which is really nice. But you could just slide the PSU in through the back and then have like another aluminum bracket just screw in, just like this one is, with like thumb screws, captive thumb screws or something. Ooh, this one is a little bit wonky. I think this PSU has just seen better days is all. There we go. Okay. So it's kind of crooked in there, but I don't know if I can get it straight. You'll never notice. I might take it out again anyways. Who knows? So there we go. We got that. Honestly, the motherboard might be a pain with this there. Maybe I'll wait. So we'll get the motherboard out here. We can throw the motherboard on. That way I get a start on all this stuff. Oh man, Nori popped in and super chatted. What an honorable fellow. This is not MAGA, Matt and Garrett antics. P.S. Where are my gummies with my orders? Bait and switch. Also, don't pressure test your PC with EK Waterblock Tester. Dude, I'm sorry about the gummies. Like I said, I think they're supposed to come in this week. That's what Emily told me at least. So if you guys don't start seeing them soon in your orders, yell at Emily. Not at me though. It wasn't me. So I'm looking for a motherboard here. That's right, it's in this box. We're gonna get the motherboard out. I guess I could get the 2080 Ti out. We can like test fit it, but it's not blocked, so not much use there. I don't know about the radiators. I still have to clean one. Since it's from my last system, I just kind of capped it off after I took it out. Oof. Uh-oh. Don't screw with my stream. I dropped your processor on this, Jason. It almost ended the stream. That would have been bad. Terrible. What's terrible? I made 2 orders and did not get any either. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'm sorry, guys. We're doing our best. Apparently they didn't order enough gummies to start with. But who would have known you guys liked them so much? What if they were crappy gummies? Here we go. So, this is my hero board. Like I said, my last PC. Oops. And actually, funny story about this board. I got this used from a fellow in our Discord. I can't quite recall who it was, but I picked it up from him as it had bent pins. And he didn't want to deal with it, so I took it off his hands and I revived it. It works. At least it worked. We'll see if it still works. I might, well, I do plan on swapping this block out to an Optimus one. I mean, we do that right now? No, I still have to test it. I still have to test the Optimus block, so we'll leave this one on here for now. It's easy enough to swap. Oh, it does have a back plate. That's frustrating. Oh well. We shall test fit away anyways. We got the screw here. Oh, the middle one's not a post. I wish it was a post. But it's not. So this might be slightly challenging. Hiya! Whew. Put this one in first. BC Acrobatics. Okay. You got that one started. Let's get another one in. Ooh, stop grinding on my board. There you go. Now stay there, screw. There we go. Wow, that blue actually really covers up the board a lot. I don't mind that. I am considering wrapping some of this board. We'll see what I have time for and how industrious I feel like getting. But I kind of want to wrap some of it silver, like some of the. I'm not actually sure how much I'd wrap. There are heat sinks, but this board isn't like used that crazily. It's not like crazy OCs or crazy loads or anything really. I don't honestly do that much on my personal computer as far as heavy loads go. Just some fusion. It just needs RAM, to be honest. Cores help, but RAM helps more. Oh, and I got a new SSD for it, so it's either this one or this one that I'll swap out. There's a few things we got to do still for the hardware wise, but we will start test fitting. That way we'll know whether or not if we got something really wrong or not. Hopefully not. Another super chat? Gee, Snorri. Thanks, man. What did you say? Don't bring Sweet Emily into this. I'm sorry. She's the one that said, like, I don't know if she ordered them or if Sue did or what, but she said they're on the way. They're supposed to be here at PBC's. Wow, look at all that plastic. I told you there's a lot of dust in here, guys. The CNC just creates endless dust. Get rid of some of that dust. There we go. Continue screwing in motherboard. I probably wouldn't have to do all of them, but we will just because I'm anal. And you guys are still here. And Nori keeps spending money, but thank you, Nori. Appreciate it. We'll let you guys know on the gummies. Like I said, if you make some orders this week and you guys don't get any, sure to let me know. I'll look into it personally. They're kind of difficult without a magnetic screwdriver. Somebody remind me to get an M4x8 stainless screw as well for this down there. So there we go. Another one. 2 left. No, 3 left. We got one over here. Whoopity whoopity. Down here. So I kind of like this design. Oh, that's kind of lame. But I like the design of the I/O on this case, as in like there is none. Because a lot of the new boards now come with like the I/O shield or whatever you want to call it built into it. Like there really is no more point for cases to even really have, like besides just an opening for your I/O obviously. But I kind of like it. It's pretty simple. So there we go. Board is in. Put the top of the PSU shroud back in. Oops. And this looks like it is the right length. Imagine that. It's like he planned it out or something. Yeah, it's these screws right here. So, as I said before, thanks guys. Everyone's showing up tonight. Really nice to see everyone in here. I do plan on doing some more streams like this. Now pretty steady with this build, hopefully once a week at least for the next few weeks until obviously we get it done. After that, we are supposed to be getting a Wraith in the shop here, and there should be something fun we're doing with that build. I plan on doing it kind of like a community build. We're going to get some parts donated for it, and hopefully we're going to give it away to you guys in some way, shape, or form. So it'll be like a full water-cooled build in a Singularity Commuter's Wraith. If you haven't checked that out, that's a sick case. It's an MITX case, but it's fully water-cooled, much like this. It's a lot like a Spectre. However, it's small form factor, more enclosed type of case. I believe it's supposed to be meant to be somewhat portable. I mean, it's small, so there's that. But that should be a really cool build. I believe that one's gonna be custom painted too. Daniel asked me what color he wanted it, or I wanted it, and since I'm not keeping it, I just told him do whatever color you think is cool, dude. Hopefully you guys are happy with it too. Oh, another super chat from somebody. Thank you, Dwight. JR, what's up? And a 1-up it says. That's sick. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. As I can kind of be pretty transparent with what goes on with our YouTube channel here. Anything that you guys do, like sub, whatever, like videos, or even super chat, as these fine gentlemen have, all of the funding that we get from YouTube, Garrett and I plan on putting back into YouTube, at least for the time being. It's not like we're making money hand over fist with it, but like I was saying, anything you guys do or are able to contribute, even just liking and subscribing to our channel, helps a ton. It'll all go back into the channel. So, as in like better equipment for the video work, as well as better cameras, and just gear, like even for the build that we plan on giving away for the Wraith build. If we can't like get all the parts sponsored, we could very well use some YouTube money to buy those parts. Like I said, we give it back to you guys anyway. So, like I said, if you guys are able to help us out, we do put it back towards the stuff that you see. It's not just spent on whatever. Nobody gets a bonus, as far as I can tell. But this is basically a whole Spectre assembled, I guess. As far as you can tell, we got the PSU in. I kind of don't like this little open spot here. I mean, like, I guess some people like it, especially if you have like one of the cool Asus ROG PSUs, like maybe then it's okay. However, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. I just think it's like, boom, right there. You see what I'm looking at? Like this. Oof. It almost looks like it's like a perfect cutout for an Aquaro, although it's not. It's kind of like that. Either A, we're going to make something for this part, or B, I will remake this part, because I do want to add one of my little screens in here, and maybe this panel is, like, it's just like a rounded up cornered, or it's a square with some filleted corners is all. So I bet you I could remake that pretty easily. The only thing you got to consider is this has to be a certain length because it lines up with all the other posts. But I think this is how we'll add in that little screen. You guys know the screens I'm talking about. We'll do the screen for that. Since I don't really care for, like, this PSU is so ugly. I want to not see the PSU. It's already beat up and everything, and it's not like, I mean, it's a good PSU. There's no, it's 850 watt platinum, but it's nothing like, it's not a ROG PSU, so there's no screen there. So, like, I really don't see the point of this. Oh, here, we'll put in one last cool piece. I like that he puts a little cover in there. I've never seen that before. A little PCIe slot cover. Remove these fans. I gotta test all my fans to make sure the RGBs are working properly. But it's actually starting to look like a system now, ladies and gentlemen. So, do this. The moment you've all been waiting for. Actually, this thing's pretty ugly as it is. I do not like this card air-cooled. Like, look at that. Boom! Just massive. So we got this is a dual. Is it a dual? Yeah, it's a dual, not a turbo. Asus Dual 20 ATI. Oh, I scuffed it a little. Oops. Can't be too hasty. So it would just go in the slot here. Come on, buddy. There. No. There we go. Okay. So now we know where the bracket goes. I believe we use these little long black screws, like M3s again. Oof, that's not the right Allen key. I scuffed it just a little bit right there. Have to buff it out. Not these, is it? No. Oh, here's the Allen key for it. So we're gonna put a little bracket on here. Thanks everyone who stuck it out this far too. Like, that's pretty sick. Really like seeing all of you here. Is it these? No, I bet it's these short ones. These short boys. Is this part threaded? No, it's still just, once again, the paint makes the holes slightly smaller. The holes are already pretty close to being at their tolerance. So start by threading it a little bit. That gets it. Yeah, this thing's freaking ugly, in my opinion. Nothing against Asus. I just don't like air-cooled cards in general, so you're never gonna hear me saying that I like an air cooler. Well, the Strix cards aren't terrible. I'd still just block it though. Water cool all the things. We're gonna take the card out. That should make it easier. So it's down from the top two. Where's the little button? Found it. Okay. Take him out. The one down from the top two. It doesn't, or does it hang? Does it hang? I think it hangs. That way the holes line up. I think I would have rather seen it like this, because then you wouldn't see it as much. But maybe then it covers up the IO on it. No, it can't go like this. That screw's in the way. It must go like this. And it just kind of sticks out there. Maybe? Guess we'll find out, huh? So, ooh, that's a really, there we go. Just had to get through it a little bit. Get that one started. Get another one going. I mean, I guess you won't see how it is there. It just doesn't all line up, and I guess it just doesn't seem quite right in my opinion, but maybe that's the way he designed it. I've never done a scratch build, much less an actual production case, so what would I know? Ooh, I'm missing the hole here. So was this mic a little bit better tonight, folks? I at least hope it was. This last screw is tough. Come on. There we go, but now will I be able to get the bottom one? No, of course not. This part is a challenge. I will have to say that much. Why? Yeah, I don't quite care for how this works. Sorry you guys get to watch me struggle, but at least I'm not doing it alone. Come on. It's like, as soon as you get one other screw in, it doesn't want to. Yes, sounds good. Thanks, Jason. This really is perplexing me. as to like how this doesn't just like thread in. I think it's because the paint on this outside piece is like making it thread before it actually starts, and it just is making the whole thing not want to go on. You heading off, man? Have a good night. It's been fun, everyone. Have meetings in the morning. Thanks for stopping in, Dwight, and thank you for the super chat. You are a super person, super dude. Really appreciate you. Thank you, everyone else. We should be heading off here shortly. I get this bracket on. Dang it! We can test this GPU. This really does not make sense. If I don't get it here in the next minute, we're going to be giving up for the night. And I'll try it with fresh eyes in the morning. Because this is redonkadonk. It's almost like the paint makes it so these don't quite line up. Dang, these tight tolerances. Like, if you look at this through the hole. Yeah, it's slightly off. Already chewed up the paint a bit. Look. You wouldn't think this last little tiny bracket would be the toughest part, but apparently it is. We assembled the entire case, only to get hung up on the littlest bracket you've ever seen. That really does not want to start at all. Yeah, I think the holes are just slightly off. I mean, like I said, I think the paint could even just be throwing them off. But it's making it just off enough where these do not want to line up. Well, we'll get the top screw in tight. Leave the bottom screw for now. And then we'll see how the GPU fits on it. I mean, there's the holes. Yeah, they're so close to being lined up that it looks like it's just a little bit short. So this, I'm sure, will not go in. It doesn't help that you have to like thread it through the paint. Or did I get? Nope. It just won't. It will not We may have to just take the drill and widen that hole out, to be completely honest with you. So, we'll get the card in though. Now we have this little slot here. There we go. Come on. No, see, I was wrong. This thing does, like, it is supposed to hang, but it doesn't. It doesn't hang. Now the lock's stuck. There we go. Ah, I wish there was just a little picture for this part. I mean, unless it hangs right here. I really don't feel like chewing up more holes. Yeah, see, all of them are just slightly off. It doesn't help that this thing has to get threaded through the paint, as I've been saying. But, like, it can't hang right there. That screw's in the way. That kind of settles that. So, just start screwing in there. So I won't be able to get that top one in. Now it's started. Let's see. No, I mean, that's still too low. Come on, go in your home, GPU. I never thought it would be so hard to slot in a GPU. But that's also too low. Like, it has to go up there. Huh. Perplexing. This is a very confusing step. That may just have to wait for tomorrow, but appreciate everyone who stopped in tonight. Because it will not, yeah, that screw is 100% in the way. And like, does it go one step up? And we can try it up here. But I think this is going to be too tall. And then part of the bracket also sticks out. So, yeah, that's too tall because it needs to be down here. So that's not it either. The only way that it won't, even if I loosen this up a little bit. You can't even loosen it up enough. It won't. This dang paint inside the bracket. Oh, it's actually like threading on. Is there actual threads in the bracket? So maybe you do it from the back side. Maybe you screw it on back here. Either way though, like, is this for, yeah, this gotta be it. Let's start it on the back side. See what we get from that. Like, either way, like, well, that will never work, which is how I think it needs to go. It's like this. So that screw hits it. Like, there needs to be like, if it was just a little bit shorter. But Maybe if we put it like this. Oh, could really use a shorter Allen key right now. Oh, it'll also help if I was going the right way. Just get my Allen key driver out. Okay. Then we got the bracket started. But I doubt we'll be able to get this top hole to go in to the bracket because it just doesn't quite line up. Just the paint. But hey, let's try anyways. That's not. Oh, can it start? No, it's just pushing on it. But is that still the right height? No. Not even close, man. Not even close. So, I'm not sure, folks. Oh, I stood in front of the camera. Figure out that bracket. I'll post some pictures online once I get that figured out. Appreciate everyone who stopped in tonight, though. It was a pleasure seeing all of your awesome faces in here. We will continue the build. Next week, or later this week, we'll see when it actually comes time. We will get the radiators in here, so we can start figuring out some plumbing lines. I got to put a pump in, show you guys how we do that. But after we get radiators, like I said, we can start doing some tubing. So maybe in the next video we'll get radiators and tubing going, and then from there on we're probably just going to wait for some parts like cables, and we'll be pretty close to finished. We're going to figure out a mod for this PSU shroud. I think that's what I will mod, probably this panel, just because I'm not a super huge fan. Maybe I just mod the panel. Who knows, maybe we'll make a new panel ourselves. We can cut aluminum on the CNC now. But if nothing else, guys, you will see me Thursday with Garrett on the new product stream. You're very welcome. Thank you. It's not right until you have a screw left over. Excuse me. Craig is correct, but I have a lot of screws left over, so it must be very done for that fact. No, it isn't quite done. Like I said, we got some parts we have to wait for, and we've got just some more assembly to go. So you guys are along for a long haul. I knew this would be a few part build log, but now at least we do have a chassis assembled. If you guys want to see, this is pretty sick. It'd be nice to have a GPU in there, but we don't. But overall, it's really coming together. We have a motherboard in there. We'll have some RAM this week for it, and cables in a month or two. So that might be the last thing holding it up, but that won't be the end of the world. We'll still be able to like test power it on and stuff like that. Make sure everything's running, and all that good stuff. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Hope you all have a good night, and I will see you on Thursday. But I guess I could get a little better angle here. So goodbye. Good night. I love you all. You're all great people. Thanks everyone who super chatted. Your donations, like I said, are going to a good cause. And we will see you all again. Peace out.